Hey folks, Prepper Princess. So today I wanted to not only talk about something, but I wanted to show you guys kind of an example. So for years I have been researching the thought processes of the rich, successful, abundant versus the poor and people who have a poor mindset. When I say poor, I mean poor mindset, not monetarily poor. But one of the things that I have kind of realized over the last several years of my research is that abundance and success and wealth, there is no limit to it. Not only meaning like, Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have billions of dollars and they just continue to grow and grow and grow, but that's not really what I'm talking about. So when you have a poor mindset, and I used to have one, I used to think that if somebody else was wealthy, that meant that they were taking wealth that I could have had and making it their own. It almost felt like I was being stolen from by the wealthy or successful or abundant. But I've learned that there is no limitation. So let's say Denzel Washington, who is, extremely rich. He's a great actor. And he has he's doing a movie with some new actor who's not really that good, right? Well, Denzel Washington is the type of guy, and he has made plenty of amazing videos, with him talking. He will go and teach the younger actor his method and how he can improve and everything like that, because the success of the new actor in no way diminishes the success of Denzel Washington. I hope that made sense as sort of an example. And one of the things about YouTube, there seems to be a lot of competition, as if, saying somebody else's channel is great is going to take away the success of the person saying it. So if I were to say, I love Canadian Prepper, and if I had a poor mindset, I would never do shout outs, because I would think that if I sent my subscribers over to Canadian Prepper, that he would get all my subscribers and I would lose out. Well, that's not the way that I think, and I know that Canadian Prepper does not think this way either, because he's given me many shout outs on his channel, and he has amazing content and great editing skills, and he's just really an all-around great guy. I have corresponded with him personally a few times, but I consider him to be an associate, like a fellow YouTuber, a fellow employee, if you will. So I thought that today I would do a video on a whole bunch of shout outs on some of my favorite channels. Rocky is making an appearance because he's a little booger. So I wanted to sort of share in my abundance. I think that I've worked really hard on making this a really good channel, and I want to see other fellow YouTubers succeed. Some people who have just as much good content as I do, but maybe not the amount of views or the amount of subscribers. So I'm looking at my page here, and I'm just going to go ahead and talk about a few of them. Okay, so first, Canadian Prepper, obviously. I already gave him a shout out a little while ago. I think he's great. City Prepping is also a very professional, very, emotionally smooth individual who likes to look at things from different angles when it comes to the collapse. I do a lot of money saving and prepping videos, and I do watch a lot of those channels, but I also watch other channels for entertainment, so I'm going to go over those too. So let's start with Centsible Living with Money Mom. So she's so cute. She lives in Texas, such a sweet personality. She's sensible living with Money Mom, and I have to admit she has a very mom feel to her. So one of these days I'm going to make the drive to Texas, and I'm sure she's going to feed me a giant plate of spaghetti and meatballs with pecan pie, and she's going to just fatten me up, and I'm totally okay with that. She has a lot of really great money saving ideas, and I think she places videos every day, and I periodically go over to her channel, and I also say hi and stuff like that. Another one is Budget Girl. So Budget Girl, her name is Sarah. She also lives in Texas. And I like when she goes to FinCon. I wanted to go to FinCon, but I missed out the last couple of years because it was too far to travel, but I might be going next year because it's in California. And while I'll be living in Arizona, it will only be a 4-hour drive. So budget girl, really, she's really open, and she has a beautiful smile, and she, she talks about, money saving, but it's like she's very personable, and it seems like she'd be really easy to talk to. When it comes to prepping, this one's a scary one. I like the guy. His name's Jeremiah Babe, and he's got, I think, like 42-ish thousand subscribers, and he talks about really factual information. He talks about, current political events, the stock market, stacking gold and silver, and he's very prepping oriented. In fact, I think that might be sort of his career. I think he works in security, but very, very intelligent man with a lot of factual information, so that's a good one. I have recently been brought on to Pippy Peterson, who is an RVer, and she's currently in the process of renovating houses. And she's in a learning phase when it comes to the renovation process, but one of my subscribers said that I should check out her channel and contact her, and her and I had an amazing phone conversation yesterday. So we were on the phone for like 6 hours, and she's just a really, really amazing girl. I like her a lot. I do watch Rolling Through Life. She's the one who makes my hats, my hats. So she's the one who makes my hats, and she's a crafter. And I don't watch her crafting videos, but I do go in for the live chats to say hi and talk to her, because she's really good with the live chats because she responds to everyone. So it's like she's having a conversation in her living room with everybody. And here's a not prepping or money saving one. I watch Raven Moon Tarot, Tarot, Raven Moon Tarot. So I don't know. I'm really into horoscopes. Like, not really into horoscopes, but I like them when they're accurate. And she seems to always be accurate, and for some reason I love her accent. I don't know if it's Boston or New Jersey or what, but I love her accent, and she's really down to earth, and she doesn't have a lot of subscribers. So if you guys are into horoscope stuff, go check out her channel, tell her I sent you, and I think that I just like her personality a lot. Another one is Minority Mindset. So this guy's got a lot of subscribers. He's a big guy on YouTube, and he is an entrepreneur, and he likes to motivate people to also be entrepreneurs. And he talks about a lot of money saving, and like not money saving so much as investing, but he's a really good channel to watch. Let's see what else we've got. I've got Old Hippie Homestead. She was formerly known as Prepper Pam. So she lives in Northern California. Things are tough out there right now. They're having a lot of PG&E power outages, but I've been watching her for a couple years, and her videos are very, oh man, whew, guess what somebody did. So her videos are very informational, and she's pretty homesteader-ish. So she does a lot of things. I think she does a lot of her own growing and things along those lines. And, she's much better at it than I am. But my favorite video from her is her pantry on a budget. And I thought that was really great. I also watch the Lord Humongous. And if you're watching the Lord Humongous, you need to start being more consistent with your videos, because you haven't put one out for like a month. Come on, man. So he's a prepper. His name's Eric, and I met him in Las Vegas very briefly while I was on vacation. Really nice guy. And when I moved to Arizona, him and I are thinking about getting together to do some ATV riding. So I think that that'll be fun. Here's one that is really weird, and you might be a little surprised. It's called Ask a Mortician. So I don't know how she came up in my recommended list, but so she is a mortician, and I watched some of her videos, and she is just so informational about bodies and dead people and funerals and historical burials and historical corpses. And I know it sounds really weird, but if you watch her videos, you will totally get why I watch her videos. It's like you can't stop watching. You just can't. I think I've watched every one of her videos, and this dog, man, look at this. Are you comfy, mister? You comfy? Yeah? Who's a happy boy? Mwah. I love you. Oh yeah, make sure you get that foot up there. the biggest dogs are the biggest lap dogs, aren't they? So she's one of the ones I watch. And I think conservative views by Christine. So she is very conservative, but a very, very nice person. So she lives up in Oregon, and the thing that sets her apart from other preppers is that she literally lived in the wild for, I believe, 25 years out in the forest. Rocky. She lived for 25 years out in the forest, completely off grid. Didn't even have like a home. Like, I think she lived in like a tent or something. Okay, mister. Okay, that's enough. Down. Good boy. I think she lived in like a tent or something. So she sort of is unique in the way that when preppers talk about the collapse and bugging out and I'm just going to live off grid in the woods, she really did it. And she did it for a really long time. So whether you believe in her beliefs or not, she does have a lot of interesting information. I particularly like the ones where she is talking about when she lived off grid. So that almost pretty much sums it up for who I'm subscribed to. There's a couple of others, but they're not really like applicable in this situation. So I hope that you guys will start to change your mindset on the abundance, and he's back. I hope that you guys will change your way of thinking in terms of abundance, sharing abundance, and giving only comes back to you tenfold. So you guys should definitely check out those channels if you're interested, and I think that all of them are great, and I watch them all regularly. Those are my main go-tos for information and inspiration. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. What you doing, mister? Being a silly dog? Being a silly boy? You being silly? Drinking out of the toilet? I've never seen you do that before. I've never seen you do that. Why are you drinking out of the toilet? You got a nice, clean, fresh water outside. Don't want to go outside, huh? You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Weirdo. Weirdo.